Assalamualaikum and very good morning to Ma'am Erdawati and fellow friends. Today we are from Group 3 will present our Ishikawa solutions and SWOT analysis for our movie which is 12 Strong. Hello, my name is NURIN IZAZI binti SABRI 2200543.
Hello, my name is 2200549 Nurul binti Muhammad HIDZIR.
Hi, my name is ALYA binti IBRAHIM. My magic number is 2200556.
Hello, I am 2200558. My name is Amiylia Natasha binti SHARIF.
The problem in this case study is Captain Mitch Nelson and his team together with Dostum and his men must capture the Afghan city of Mazar-i-Sharif, a terrible stronghold.
So people that involved in 12 Strong movie based on Ishikawa diagram solution is firstly Captain Mitch Nelson with Green Beret Operational Detachment Alpha ODA 595. So he was a member of an ODA 595 unit that volunteered to lead 595 into Afghanistan. He gained trust by his officer to lead his forces to launch attack on the Taliban even though he had no experience in the war. He received instruction from his officer to convince General Dostum to join them to fight their common enemy, which is the Taliban and Al-Qaeda. He managed to gain the trust of the General Dostum because he proved that he had killer eyes and was able to lead as well as give clear instruction to his team. The second one is General Abdul Rashid Dostum. He was not an alias leader of Afghanistan soldier. General Dostum told Captain Nelson to be a warrior and not just a soldier. He has extensive knowledge of the state of the area in Afghanistan and also has clear information about the Taliban's location dictated by Mullah Rozal.
The second one is method. The first way is done by Nelson before carrying out his mission is to gain the trust of the General Dostum. He proved that he had killer eyes and was able to lead his teams with Dostum despite having no experience in warfare during his service as a soldier. Next, Nelson's team got help from the American air power to launch an attack on the Taliban. They used radios to communicate with the Air Force to drop bombs based on the coordinates of the Taliban who are attacking using more sophisticated weapons.
Next for machines, for massive tanks and B-52 bombers, on day 6, after B-52 bombs were dropped at Taliban's General Dostum and his men went forward to attack. However, there was a supply line where a company of tanks came to counter-attack. So Captain Nelson ordered his team to cover for General Dostum and his men so that they can retreat. Next, for RPG-7 launcher, during their 8th day in Afghanistan, there's rocket launchers, RPG-7 used by Milo and also General Dostum. Both of them used RPG-7 to attack the Taliban. Next, for MH-47 helicopter, MH-47 helicopter was the main transport for those special forces from US to Afghanistan and vice versa. Other than that, MH-47 was also being used for medevac or known as medical evacuation when Chief Warrant Officer, the HAL, was being attacked. Lastly, the Makarov pistol, which is being used by the Northern Alliance General Dostum. He used the Makarov pistol to shot and kill Mullah Razan at his head when Razan got stuck in the car after having a little accident.
Materials or rights used by the Nelson team were horses supplied by Dostum. Based on environmental factors, hilly and sandy area in Afghanistan, they can only move by using horseback to find the coordinates of Taliban to launch an attack. Besides that, they also use air support strikes due to lack of weapons to counter the Taliban. If they drop bombs, it can reduce the number of Taliban troops and even destroy their weapons such as rocket launchers and tanks.
Next, measurement. For the measurement, we have coordinate, break of team and winter freeze after 3 weeks. At first, the coordinate to throw the bomb was inaccurate. It is because Dostum convinced to the Nelson that the coordinate he gave is accurate, but actually no. So the Nelson ventured to go closer to the Taliban group to give their coordinate more accurately. The leader of the Special Forces unit and his 12 brave men need to complete their mission to fight back against the Taliban within 3 weeks. The mission made it more difficult if they can't complete this mission within 3 weeks. It is because the snow was shutting down all the mountain pass by mid-November. Then if this happens, the snow will hit, the Taliban will be in and they can be safe. And last, the group of special forces unit need to be split because they lack number of horses. So Nelson had to separate their team into two groups of 6 people. Nelson and his 5 members follow the storm while another 6 stay at Alamo.
For environments, which is weather, Captain Nelson and his 11 brave men have 3 weeks to complete their quest to fight back against the Taliban, despite being given 6 weeks. The mission could become more complicated if they are unable to complete it within 3 weeks because snow had closed all the mountains passes by mid-November.
So the next one is SWOT analysis. SWOT analysis is described Captain Mitch Nelson. So as for strength, firstly is brave. In my opinion, I think Nelson is a brave person when he moved forward after he gave the wrong coordinate to the air power to drop the bomb on the Taliban. For not to repeat his mistake a second time, he confidently and bravely approached the Taliban to get the accurate coordinate even though he knew he was in danger. With his courage, he managed to give the correct coordinate to the air power and to drop the explosive at the height of 30,000 feet. The action stunned the Taliban movement and forced them to retreat. The second one is optimistic. For example, while in a cave, Nelson got information and told General Dostum that the officer ordered another unit led by Dostum rival, namely Atta Muhammad, and made Dostum refuse to continue the mission. And however, that did stop Nelson from completing the mission because he was an optimistic person.
For the witness, Nelson has to little fight experience and constantly has to prove himself. He had never before engaged in combat because he's never been in a war and he's only lead people in training. Then Nelson didn't get the trust from his leader. In addition, just because of his don't have the killer eyes, he also didn't get the trust from Dostum. For fearful, Nelson lived in a safe country, which is live in a place where life looks better than afterlife. He is scared to be killed by Taliban's group and always pushed himself to win the war. He always felt angry because of fear had taken over him. He need to change his mindset from being a soldier to be a warrior like they taught by Dostum.
Next, for opportunity, which is O, is a supportive group. This is because Captain Nelson got a very supportive family and friends. Firstly, Chief convinced to the officers that Captain Nelson can lead the team, although he has only led people in training and has no experience in war. Other than that, the 11 of his team members trust that he can lead them to defeat the Taliban, although General Dostum doesn't want to be on board because he doesn't want to be in battle that opens a way for his rival to take the city. Next, her wife let her go to Afghanistan to accomplish the mission with promise to be back home. Next, for opportunity is strategic plan. Strategic plan where Captain Nelson have General Dostum, which General Dostum knows all places in Afghanistan and has good information about Taliban's location that will give advantage to the 12 members and Dostum teams to defeat Mullah Razan.
Understanding of this 12-strong movie, there are some traits faced by the main character, which is Captain Nelson and also his team. Firstly, the mission will fail. The movie tells the story of a United States Army Special Forces unit sent on a dangerous mission into Afghanistan. The now declassified mission, codenamed Task Force Dagger, included joining forces with the loosely organized Northern Alliance to help take back certain provinces, as well as act as the tip of the spear in the initial fighting against Al-Qaeda and the Taliban. The conflict occurred after Captain Nelson told General Dostum that another ODA 595 unit had been instructed to support Dostum's political rival, which is Atta Muhammad. He is another Northern Alliance leader. Nelson still continued his mission to fight the Taliban despite having no backup or support by the Dastam. But unfortunately, he acquired a small number of military personnel that would cause that mission to fail. They also have high possibility to be killed.
That's all from us.
That's all from us.
Thank you, Em. Thank you, everyone.
Back down.
We're fighting with horsemen against tanks.
The greatest weapon in history is this. There ain't no easy way out.
If you die, that's a letter you and your wife are gonna wish you wrote.
I made her a promise. I'm coming home. Won't back down.
12 Strong, the declassified true story of the horse soldier.